Welcome to Patriot Resource Network. I'm Lana J. Ray. I'm going to be talking about the upcoming Missouri caucus, and we do have a flyer that has been put together. I will put the link to that on down in my comments on my channel on this video for you guys if you want to print it out. But I want to hit the highlights of this because this is really important. Do you realize that the Missouri Republicans will have no presidential primary in 2024? The caucus takes its place and it's coming fast. So for Christian County, all of the counties in Missouri, which there's 114 of those, it will be March 2nd, which is like in, what, 3 weeks? This is February 14th, 2024, Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Maybe you don't even know what a caucus is. I didn't about a year ago. And of course, this channel is primarily devoted to those of us that really, we woke up one day around 2020 and life changed in November, and we didn't have a clue really what happened. And we didn't understand a lot of things about our election process. We didn't understand a lot of things about government, local government, state government. We still don't know what's going on in our federal government, but that's a whole nother topic for another channel. But I want to just give you glimpses of what's been put together as a flyer for the understanding of this upcoming caucus. It's really important. It says the subject of the presidential caucus will also be the Republican platform. And so the positives, which I didn't understand there was even anything positive about a caucus instead of an August primary, where you get to go in and check which Republican candidate you want to run for November. Of course, right now, February 14th, we're we have Donald J. Trump, President Trump, as pretty much the winning person on that. So even though Nikki Haley is still at this moment kind of treading water, we all kind of know, okay? So that part of the caucus will probably be a little bit easier of a deal to get through. But there's other things that are happening at this caucus, and you need to be aware of that. And I'm going to be bringing in next week the chairperson to the Christian County Central Committee, which is Don Carriger, and I serve with him as treasurer on that board. And so I'm going to bring him on here and have him talk a little bit about the vetting process that they have come up with. That's awesome, and we need it because we've got people running for local office, state office, especially in the state of Missouri. They're really Democratic people. Their platform is really more liberal, and yet they're running as Republican and putting their R by their name. And we're all thinking they're Republican values and that they're going to stand on the Republican platform. And then they get in there, we vote them in, they start voting on bills in the House or in the Senate, and they vote with all the Democrats on these important issues. And we're all just like, what the heck has happened? Anyway, the vetting process, you need to hear what this is because it's been very well done. It's a survey, and I'm going to let him talk about that. The positives to having the caucus instead of an August primary where everybody goes and votes is that there are no ballots. There's no overturn of results. There's no ballot harvesting. The voter fraud's greatly reduced, and the delegates are correctly chosen without any ranked choice scams. The Republican Party leaders at the state level will reject all ballots, opting for the caucus plan instead. The Republican voters of all 114 counties must meet at or before 10 o'clock a.m. March 2nd at one site in their county, so you'll have to find out where the location is in your county. And you have to stay as long as necessary until the nominee's chosen, which would be the presidential nominee, but that's going to be fairly easy now. Just saying. So it's March 2nd. You need to be there before 10 o'clock a.m. For Christian County, it is the Ozark Junior High. The Ozark Junior High, located on Highway 14, right across from Sonic. Greene County is the Oasis Hotel and Resort Center on North Glenstone. And you'll just have to, you can find out wherever you're at. So find that out, get that on your calendar. This is important. This is your voting. Okay? I will read this. The presidential, so presidential primary caucus, March 2nd. For Ozark, it's, I told you kind of where it was at, 1109 West Jackson Street, which is, we also call it Highway 14. Ozark, Missouri. Doors open at 8 o'clock a.m. and close at 10 a.m. to start the caucus. So between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. you got to get there because they're going to lock the doors at 10. And if you try to come in late, you will not get in. Okay, this is an official business thing. Okay, this is just the rules and the way this whole caucus is ran. There's rules for it. Okay, so we got to do that. So after the nominee is selected, once we do the presidential nominee, then there's going to be discussion on what's called planks for the Republican platform. And so if you're wanting to do any type of changes to the Republican platform, this is where this is done. And so if you want to add something, change something about the wording of the Republican platform, this opportunity will be available at this caucus. This is where they do that. And then the other thing that they will do, then the third thing is there will be a selection of a slate of delegates that will be sent on to the next level in Missouri, which is on April 6th, which is also a Saturday. It's held at Monette, and these delegates will go there, and they'll be there with all the rest of the 7th district counties. So the delegates from each one of those other counties in the 7th district, and this is Eric Burleson's district, and he's our U.S. congressman. So that's just kind of, and then they work, once that's done in Monette, then they're going to decide on the delegates as a whole that's going to go to the state Missouri caucus, which is held in Springfield this time. So this is the progression of events for the caucus. I just want to give you a rough draft of this, just an outline of how this is operating. I'll put this flyer in my comments or in my notes section. And stay tuned, because next week I'm going to bring Don on, and he's going to talk a little bit about vetting. I'm also going to be bringing on Ken Hurley, who is like awesome when it comes to talking about the whole GOP, just the way it's all laid out with all the different committees and how everything kind of is structured and works. And so I'm going to be bringing him on in about a 2 or 3 part series. All of these videos, I'm wanting them to be about 15 minutes long. And so there might be a part 2, part 3 to some of these, but I want you to be able to quickly grasp some information, and then you can watch these over and over out on my Rumble channel. So Patriot Resource Network on Rumble, I want you to hit the follow button and hit the bell for notifications so that you'll be notified when these educational Christian County topics come up, because we're going to be talking about elections in detail with some of the people that are working with that, because that's coming up, because the April voting, we got to do one on that, so you know a little bit about how to find out who to vote for school boards and things like that. So I will be putting out another video soon. Thank you.